Would you consider your target market to be high risk? High risk in the sense that they don't have credit, right? So there's no history. Not saying in a bad sense because they don't have it, but we don't know. There's no history. So is this considered risky?
That's a very good question, and happy to address that question. And of course, I did not answer the other question, which is
Oh,
how did I get
yeah.
involved? How did I get involved into all this, right? But
Right.
let's start with this question first, which is who are we serving?
Uh,
This is a digital bank for everyone and anyone. The other way to think about it, we can answer this question in two ways, or from two standpoints. The first one is those 100 million people who don't have access to credit. Who are there? Are they necessarily low income individuals, all of them? Are they necessarily people who are probably experiencing some financial hardship? No, not necessarily. The data are saying that most of the people who don't have a credit score are actually middle income people, middle income individuals. And there are more high income individuals that don't have a credit score than there are low income individuals that don't have a credit score. So who are we serving? Everyone, not only low income individuals, but every single one, not only high income individuals, but every single one. Because
why?
because
I,
rich
I,
or poor, everyone is impacted by this issue.
why high income individuals?
I can give you an example, and probably
Sure.
that leads into the other question, which is how do we get started with this, right?
Yeah.
Take my own example. I'm immigrant in the US, right? I came into the US a few years ago, right? And every single immigrant in the US, and there are 45 million first generation immigrant in the US today. And every single one of them in their first 3 years, in their first 5 years, they didn't have a good credit score. Not because they are bad at managing their money, but because they don't have a credit history in the US. So automatically in their first 3 years, they don't have a credit score at all, or if they happen to have a credit score, it has to be a low credit score because they don't have a credit history. One of the criteria of deciding or computing a credit score includes your credit history. So if you don't have a credit history in the US, you don't have a good credit score automatically.